What's going on, people? This is 9-5 Yoshi. Alright, y'all, I want to get into this movie, The Platform. This movie was crazy. I didn't know what to expect because when I started the movie, I didn't look into what it was going to be about or anything like that. I just clicked onto it for whatever reason. Now, this movie is about, I guess, some new modern prison where they set the prisoners up in levels, and there are about 333 levels, if I'm not mistaken. Now, there's a platform that goes down the middle of every one of these levels. This platform is filled with food, and it's prepared by chefs and cooks and whatnot, right? So there's a whole bunch of fucking food on this platform, and it's sent down the middle of all the different levels, all 333 levels. Now, each of these levels has prisoners on it. Or, well, some of them don't have prisoners, but they're presumed to have prisoners on the levels. Now, these prisoners are roommates, so there's 2 on each level. Now, the premise of the story had something to do with, I guess, food rationing and morality, and knowing that whatever level you on, because the food that went down the middle of these levels that was on the platform only stayed on your level for about 2 minutes, and you couldn't hoard food, like keep food to yourself for any amount of time, or else there'd be a punishment. Like, they'd turn the heat up on your level and it'd be unbearable and you'd want to throw the food down. So the people at the top levels got it best because they got the food first. But as the levels go down, you're really eating leftover food from this one platform that has all the food on it. It's crazy. I recommend everybody watch the movie if you got a stomach for it, because it's really gory. It gets into the very animalistic nature of human beings when it comes to survival, because the people at the higher levels, amongst the 333 levels, they seem more civil because there was more food to go around. But imagine being on the lower level where you're eating whatever the fuck the people at the top levels left you, and there's no real way for you to get up to the top level. And every 30 days, so every month that goes by, you switch to a different level. So I hope everyone is keeping up with what I'm saying, is grasping it, but you'll understand exactly what I'm going into once you watch the movie. So the main character of the movie, he decides to go to prison because in this new modern prison, if you decide, you can either decide to go there or go there for punishment. And if you decide to go there purposely on your own accord, you're usually doing it for some sort of gain, financial, degree, stature, etc. That's what my interpretation of what seemed to be going on was. Or you're being punished for some sort of crime, heinous crime, etc. So it's really weird how that works out. But because you could be in a cell with a criminal or just someone in there looking to get a degree or some type of diploma, like the main character was in there for. So the main character, his first roommate was this old man in his 60s who had been there for at least a year, they mentioned. He was basically showing, introducing the main character to the rules of the prison that they were in, and let him know what he should expect. And there's a bunch of twists and turns, and I just want to leave y'all with this. Like, imagine having to go 30 days with no food because you're on a level where you're on a way lower level, and it has to do with classism. They mentioned communism,
social classing.
Yes, it's about the people at the top even in the real world, having the most money and consuming the most. And if they only took their fair share to just thrive or just sustain, then the people at the lower levels or with less money, the broke motherfuckers like me, could flourish and eat. So the niggas at the bottom was starving, fighting, and that's how society today leads to crime with robbing and killing and shit like that. Poverty leads to crime. And I think that was the premise of the story, the movie. That's all to give y'all on that one. 95 Yoshi. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate y'all support. Deuces.